Igor Strelkov, the Z-patriot and ideologist of Russian aggression against Ukraine, continues to spread betrayal even from behind bars. His associates have published a new letter in which he discusses the collapse of the Kremlin's geopolitical ambitions and the impending collapse of Russia. In his message, Strelkov expressed concern that the United States, having abandoned direct confrontation with China, could pick up a bird in the hand and strike at Russia, viewing it as Beijing's weak link and potential ally. This strike would most likely be carried out with the help of Ukraine. According to the imprisoned Z-patriot, the Kremlin's actions have led to Russia losing its influence on global affairs. Thanks to Putin's efforts, we have long since become not a subject, but an object of global politics. Compromises between the superpowers will be reached at our expense and without our participation. As they say, we've come to this, he notes in the letter. Strelkov goes on to warn that there is almost no time left to exit the war, as the country's economy is on the brink of disaster. He acknowledges that a crisis is inevitable. A catastrophe of one form or another has long been inevitable, and we can only talk about more or less successfully overcoming its consequences. However, he admits that even victory does not guarantee stability, and defeat could lead to the collapse of the Russian Federation. For Russia, these confessions resonate especially loudly given who is making them. Strelkov, real name Igor Girkin, was at the forefront of the war against Ukraine. He participated in the occupation of Crimea and organized the seizure of Donbas in the spring of 2014. Despite this, he was imprisoned in Russia not for his crimes against Ukraine, but for publicly criticizing dictator Vladimir Putin and the failure of his army on the front lines. Today, the man who once led the occupation forces admits from his cell, Russia is heading toward disaster, and the decisions that determine its fate are being made without it. Earlier, Strelkov disappointed the Kremlin with his forecast regarding the battles for Pokrovsk and Kupiansk. He notes that it is not these cities that are of decisive importance, but the Zaporizhzhia direction, and Putin's army is stuck there. Kupiansk and Pokrovsk are secondary areas for the occupiers. Kupiansk is located in the Kharkiv region, which the Kremlin, according to Girkin, has no claim to. Capturing this city would push the occupiers deeper into Ukrainian armed forces-controlled territory. The occupiers' entry into Pokrovsk without capturing Slavyansk and Kramatorsk will not lead to the occupation of the entire territory of the Donetsk region. Taking both of these points will not lead to the final collapse of the Ukrainian armed forces front, the militant states. According to Girkin, no advance of the Russian army by 10, 50, or even 100 kilometers will lead to Russia's victory. Thus, Strelkov concluded that even the capture of Pokrovsk and Kupiansk would not fundamentally change the situation on the battlefield.
Members of the UK royal family, Tuesday, mingled with World War II veterans at a reception at Windsor Castle to mark the 80th anniversary of victory in Japan Day. According to Associated Press, during the reception, King Charles and a 105-year-old veteran shared a hug during the reception. Yavor Abbas, who served as an officer in the Pacific and witnessed the atomic bombing at Hiroshima, previously met His Majesty at a service to mark the 80th anniversary of VJ Day in August. Queen Camilla, William, Prince of Wales, and Edward, Duke of Edinburgh were also at the reception on the eve of November 11th. Much of the end-of-war celebrations in 1945 focused on VE Day in May, with those who served in Asia and the Pacific later labeled the Forgotten Army.
Sorry, don't. Where were you from? Where were you in the war? Very nice to see you. You're very good to come to see me. I want you just to do something fun. So long ago.
Yeah, 14 Commando down there.
What are they up to?
A lot of maritime stuff, working with NATO. So yeah, just trying to get that in the pipeline and trying to get that going really.
Sorry, I've been told I talk a bit too much.
I do.
Can you hear me okay? I'm sorry to keep you waiting. You catch you said. It's the other lot next door. Your colleagues talk too much.
You must be one of the first people that you had to train them.
Did it work in the beginning? I was thinking it was alright. And will you stay on in the Navy? You were not going to leave.
I love it.
And but from Ghana, and now here with your family here, not you. Because Ghana's very special. Tigin, how's it going? It's okay? It takes a bit of adjustment sometimes, doesn't it? From civilian life straight into military life, it takes a bit of a while. But you're getting shown the ropes and it's kind of going well?